As advertised, ladies and gentlemen, Swiss Japanese yen. This is the second analysis of the day, and we're doing some cross analysis today, right? So I'm linking this one to the previous video. We saw the Canadian versus the Japanese yen. Here it's the it's the Swiss franc versus the Japanese yen, and also they behave pretty similarly in the sense that they're both having this very wide trading range going on, and they're consolidating. Now, where the Canadian Jap, we just saw it just coming off a definite high where it took the previous high. Here, price wasn't that fortunate and it didn't take the previous high. Having said that, it doesn't mean that it's not gonna perform according to expectations, which means, giving us that turning point here and starting to launch a new downside trend. That's what we suspect is the case, and that of course fits the narrative that we've seen coming from the Canadian Japanese yen. By the way, here are the technical elements that we were able to take from this particular case study. First, let me go back to the beginning, right? Around the beginning of August, price started to trade sideways. Following preceding to that point, price actually came from below. So it was engaged in an upside trend, and then came that consolidation phase, right? So we had that first wave on the downside, a big one, and then eventually we got that second coming up and almost taking the previous high. Now, here's what we like about the situation here. Basically, price broke back below 117.31. Let me zoom in a little bit. Just a few days ago, right? And it landed straight on 116.73. We know 116.73 is a big deal. We know it's a big support. We saw the reaction. Wasn't surprising at all. But the fact what happened next was quite interesting, because price basically got itself trapped between these two, where you can clearly see that, right? It bounced off 116.73 and then it bounced off 117.31 just the next day, and it did that again, right? The following day, which was yesterday, price again was on the upside trying to cross over, boom, bouncing off again. So it's completely, it's caged in, right in between these two levels. But I have a strong, feeling, let's just say, that price is right now coming off 117.31. It's going to have a second attempt on 116.73, and I suspect it's going to be successful this time, breaking down. Now is success on the breakdown here is very important for us, right? Because price proved itself. Proved last time that it had some serious difficulties with 116.73. We have to make sure it's going to be successful this time, so we actually need to wait for that crossover, and then we can start to draw bombs, right? But for now, we're just going to get some skin in the game, right? Getting prepared for that breakdown, which, if not coming, we're going to have to split, right? Close quickly and look for opportunity somewhere else. But if it does break down, that's where we get more aggressive, right? That's the game plan. We think we can chase 114.30 easy, and probably even 113.63 is going to be final destination. Primary target, though, is going to be 114.30, right? The big testing level, again, very close by, just 10 pip from where we're trading right now. 116.73 is going to be, all eyes are on that attempt to break down this level. Right, so there you go, Swiss Jap. That's what we think is going to happen. And, once we hit that lower section, we're going to come back, obviously, reanalyze the situation, possibly look to flip over. All right, that's about that. Swiss Jap looking very interesting. We'll be back to follow up as usual. That's about it for the day. Enjoy the rest of it. We'll be back with the crypto market. Follow us. Cheers.